Hey, so what are you doing over there, Sedge?
Okay, so check it out. I have learned so much with Kaizen foam this year. I'm so glad I'm out in the shop getting organized. and I want to tell you about a few of the benefits of Kaizen foam. It's going through tools that you've had forever, you're just not using them. I'm organizing drawers. I'm always organizing. So I did this drawer not too long ago because I have all the nip pecks, pliers and channel locks, but I also have a lot of vice grips over the years. And we're gonna put these needle nose pliers in as well, okay? Because I have space in here and I'm always utilizing space, okay? The thing that's great about it is I look at drawers like this one, and we're gonna do this one next, is I'm looking through and I'm going, man, I won't use this. Or I may use it and I'll find another compartment for it. I won't use this, I won't use this. So what I'm doing is I'm decluttering of tools I'm not gonna use. And what I'm gonna do, give them away, sell them, I don't know yet. But you'll see where you create space and you're more organized. But the other thing about Kaizen foam, and I realized this the other day, I looked in here like this and I went, what am I missing? And I go, where is that? And I remember I had been using this, which sounds weird, in the office. I went and got it. And there's less tendency to lose tools, you know. And I always go by that old Shaker expression, a place for everything and everything in its place. So let's cut another drawer for these pliers right here. Okay, so this is a unique situation. This is a shallower drawer, okay? And I needed to choose the right thickness of Kaizen foam. So I have a lot of this kicking around. I didn't want to put a bunch of different segments in here. I wanted a solid piece, so I cut it to size. And it's gonna come up to about here on the lip. So we could do one of two things. We could peel a few of these layers so it sits a little bit lower than the top, and that's easy to do. You can see the layers. But I kind of want to see what the look's gonna be.
Okay.
When this is completely filled to the top with Kaizen. The only thing we got to be cognizant about is when we cut our recesses in here, they got to be pretty deep because I don't want pieces, they may hinder us putting the drawer back in if these are standing proud. Just something to be aware of. Okay. Now the other thing I'll do is I'll look in here and I'll start to, because everybody with Kaizen, it seems that I've seen online, wants to do it absolutely perfect. I kind of alternate pieces like this, and because I want to maximize what I have in here, and I'll do a basic layout like this. I leave empty spaces in case I get a new tool.
Makes sense.
Okay?
All right, what's next?
Okay, so this is how I kind of want things in here. All right, come on in, Chris, to see this. Now, we got to take everything out to make sure this foam fits in perfect, and then we got to do the layout on here. I like to trace it while it's in the drawer, but one of the things I've learned, once you know what you have, do this first. I take a quick picture so I know to lay it out again in the foam.
That's smart.
Okay, so now we gotta trace. We have the foam in here, and this is what I meant. This one's gonna have to be cut deep because this will stand proud putting the drawer back in. So it's gonna be fun. We gotta be very careful when we trace. So we're gonna take this, and these come in the Kaizen Inserts kit. I suggest everybody get that. It's worth every penny. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start tracing. I'll have you start over here. Okay. And remember, when you do this, it's straight up and down. I use this part right here as my follower. Okay, and I'll have you start tracing over here. Go ahead and start up here. And just take your time when you're tracing these, because you see how these are nested in here and these are nested. There may be some overlap, so we want to be as cautious as possible. You can even pull things out a little. So here's the part I tell everybody. Okay, take your time doing your tracing. That way there, the rest of it's easy. Cutting's easy, pulling out the foam's easy. It's just understanding or getting this layout proper. The front end time on here is where you spend your time. And as you do this, You see how this is close to this, something I wasn't aware of? I may just flip that like that.
Oh, okay.
See that? Cool?
Looks good.
And that gives more room. But the layout's everything.
All right. Art time's over.
Okay. You said something funny earlier. It looks like there's a crime scene here for tools, right?
All these dead tools.
All these dead tools. Okay, so this is where you gotta be a little bit of careful. You gotta be careful. Okay, and you gotta choose your weapon. And when we look at the width of the blade, this is for your really intricate cuts. Okay, tight radiuses. I don't think we have a lot in here. I've accomplished quite a bit with just this one. Okay, but we could utilize this one. This one is for those large, long cuts. The blade actually helps it keep straight. We're not going to use that today.
Okay.
So we're going to use both of these. And it's just pretty simple. Now, we're going to go fairly deep, and you can control the depth of how deep you go by setting your knife. And I tell everybody, if this is going a little bit slower, it's because these blades do dull and there's actually replacement blades here. So it's just pretty simple. Just follow the lines, and we're gonna cut in. I'm gonna go about that deep. Remember, we gotta compensate for our, so I'm just gonna start cutting like this. I'm gonna come back, cut like this. Okay, I'm gonna be very aware of that. Okay, cut in here, come back here. This is actually a ton of fun. So, Big D, what I want to do is, I don't want to take up all of this video, but I want you to go over here and find that one that matches that one. So we're going at the right depth. And that's the fun part, right? Yep, it's our channel lock. Perfect. So let's take this and get it out of the way. Go ahead and grab that. Perfect. Leave it right here. I'm just looking at this to decide my depth, and I'm going to go down fairly deep, like about that deep for everything. I can always cut finger holes, but the whole thing is to make sure you are pulling consistently. And I didn't pull consistently, so I got to go back and pull a few more layers out here. And I just ordered a flattening system for Kaizen, so I can actually flatten the bottom. There's a little spinner like that.
Oh, cool.
This just gives me a rough, and you see how it fits.
Clear.
So we got a lot of, see how that's even? That'll give us exactly what we want. We can always do finger holes with the holster afterwards to pull stuff out, make it easy. So let's get cutting.
Let's do it.
Big D, great job. Everything is nice and flush. We'll get this back into the chest. We have room for expansion.
Yep.
I always like to maximize the Kaizen foam inserts. Everybody, I think, who's watching this, I think this is a great set. Kaizen Inserts is where you get this. It comes with a holster, comes with pens, comes with blades, comes with utility knives. It's a great set to have. And as we always say,
be positive
and stay sharp.